Hey to all my challengers. I'm so excited to be kicking off, finished up our prep week and kicking off logging everything today. So I just wanted to go over a couple of things based on some questions that I've been asked. First of all, make sure everyone starts logging today at least 3 workouts a week and at least 5 Shakeologies a week with a picture on the Shakeologies so you can qualify for the money back on the health bet, please. That's all you have to do. Let me know if you have questions on that, but that's all you have to do to qualify for the health bet. That starts today. And then mostly today I want to talk about nutrition and how I make the containers work and are easy for me and my family. So I don't want you to overcomplicate this. Okay, so I have tried a couple of different things and this is what works for me. I'll tell you some of the things that I've tried because maybe they will be good for you. So you can, if you checked out the Fixate videos, you can plan all of your meals out for the whole week. I think this would be best for somebody maybe who isn't cooking for a big family. Anyway, you can plan all of your meals out for the whole week. You can do one day that's like a ton of prep and pack everything in containers and be like ready to go. Or even if you want to do that for a couple of days, I know a lot of people have been super successful with doing that. So I've also tried along those same lines, planning out every meal. I made a spreadsheet and I can send, if anyone wants the spreadsheet, if you want to plan everything out like in Excel, I can send you the spreadsheet, so let me know if you want that. Anyway, I tried planning everything out so I knew I could hit all of my containers in a day, and I ended up like switching things around every day. So I finally decided and came up with a plan that works for me. So this is what I do. For my family, I tend to cook breakfast and dinner, and then we all kind of do our own things on lunches. So typically I don't use my Shakeology for my breakfast. I do it for like a mid-morning snack. Probably most people I know do their Shakeology for breakfast, so that's great if that's what you do. But I typically cook a breakfast for my family before everybody goes to school, and if whatever I'm cooking for them is something I don't necessarily want to eat, or I want to move my containers around, maybe I'll have my Shakeology that day. So I cook a breakfast, so I plan out breakfasts and I plan out dinners. Hopefully my kids don't go crazy right now. And so I know what containers I'm going to be using for those 2 meals. And then I fill in lunch and snacks here and there. Like for example, this morning I made a big pot of oatmeal for my family. That's what I had, and I filled my container with my oatmeal, dumped it in, and then filled a purple container with berries and dumped that in. I had a little almond milk with it. I didn't really worry about the couple tablespoons of almond milk or whatever that I added. So I am probably not technically perfect, but I'm pretty darn close and it's working for me. So, and then I had a little bit of oatmeal left, so pull it out of the fridge. So I have my container packed with oatmeal for another morning this week that I may use, or maybe I'll use it as a snack, I don't know, but I have it ready to go. Remember your containers, you should fill them full enough that the lid can still fit on. So that's what I did for breakfast. Then I had a Shakeology. I'm about ready to make something for lunch. And so what I usually do for lunches and snacks is I just have a bunch of things that I can mix and match that work. So I might use cottage cheese for my protein, or I might use eggs. Having a bunch of hard-boiled eggs on hand is helpful, but sometimes I'll just scramble them. And then I have veggies. For dinner, I will often roast veggies for my family as like sides, and I'll always do extra, so I have extra veggies on hand. So for snacks and lunches, I can quickly throw together, heat up some veggies and a protein, and it's super quick. And so I'll kind of mix and match. I'll have like a few different kinds of veggies during the week, and then I'll have a few different proteins that I rotate between. I also really like having cottage cheese and like baby carrots or other cold veggies. So I just kind of mix and match those. And then dinners I plan out for my family. My kids may interrupt here. And so dinners, don't feel like you need to have every recipe that you make be a 21-day fix recipe.
What is this?
That's your magazine, you can look at it. You can use pretty much any recipe that you already have, maybe making some substitutions and then paying attention to your portion sizes. If it's something like a soup where everything's mixed together, look at your ingredient list, kind of look at the proportions and give it your best guess as to what the containers are. If it's something like tacos or fajitas that you can measure out your containers as you build yours, then measure them out and build it together. I do that all the time.
Mama, these are stickers.
Okay, just a minute, sweetie. Don't feel like you need to recreate the wheel here. Use recipes that you know and love. Maybe you'll swap out, like maybe you'll use brown rice instead of white rice or things like that on the ingredient list. The other tip that I have is don't feel like you, if you can't be completely perfect on those food lists, like say you want, maybe you only have white rice because you haven't been to the store yet or whatever. Do your yellow container of white rice and check off a yellow container and make changes as you can. You can still follow this system and not be completely perfect, and I think you will see results. If you're not seeing results, then tighten up until you do, but follow it as closely as you can and figure out, like if you want to eat a food that's not on the list, figure out which container it would be and use that container and portion it out. Now your goal is to start getting your foods that you eat as clean as possible. So if you're baby stepping your way there, that is totally fine. And if there are some foods that you love, like Katie asked me the other day, here's Gabe. Katie asked me today about bacon. She loves bacon. And so maybe she uses bacon as like something that she eats once a week or twice a week or something like that. So you're gonna have special foods that you love that you don't wanna completely eliminate from your diet. And I think that's okay. Just figure out what container that they go in and just make sure that if it's like a splurge food that you're not doing it for every meal or every day. Space them out. Anyway, that's kind of my 2 bits on that. Just don't overcomplicate it. It's a super simple system and I think that you can be successful following it. If you have more questions on the nutrition plan, please ask me and I'd be happy to answer and help you. And just remember, this is a lifestyle change. This isn't just something that you're gonna do for 21 days or a month or whatever, so you've gotta make it work for your life. I would highly suggest measuring your food out in your containers for the first little while, and also as you measure it out, dump it out on a plate so you see what it looks like. And that way you'll start to know what your different portion sizes look like. So when you go to a restaurant or if you're in a hurry someday or whatever, you won't always have to fill up your containers. I'm to the point now where I know what most of my portion sizes look like, so I don't always need to use my containers. However, these next few weeks, I'm just resetting and starting over and rechecking myself a little bit, just a minute. Sorry, we're about done. I'm resetting, and so I'm measuring all my food out in containers right now, right along with you guys, just to check myself, make sure that I'm following it as closely as I can. Also, I'm kind of at a weight plateau, and I want to break through it, and so I'm going to really try and hit the nutrition plan as closely as I can. So if you have questions, answer. Kids are calling, so or if you have questions, ask, and I will answer. So I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.